Chase at the 40. Look at that move. Look at Chase go. Oh, my goodness. What a gear.
He comes down to this in his car end zone. Intercepted.
McPherson. And Cincinnati is heading to the Super Bowl.
Toss here. Nixon's going to throw. Open man. Caught. Higgins touchdown.
Drives touchdown. Joe Burrow has his first rushing touchdown of the season.
Hooday, Bengal fans. He is Mon. I am Jake. This is the Bengals Pulse, the heartbeat of our Cincinnati Bengals. Mon. Episode 59 is here. And it's a special episode, right? Our 1 year anniversary for the Bengals Pulse. What an incredible year it has been. Just real quick, I want to thank everybody that has made this happen. Our guys Ace and Zim for bringing us on the Wincinnati Podcast Network. All of our friends, all of our listeners, all of our supporters. We love you guys so much. My family, my wife especially, for letting me do this. And of course, you, Mon, you're my guy. This has been an incredible year, and I cannot wait to spend the next 20 to 30 years continuing and building the Bengals Pulse. Of course, you'll be 90, but if I have to, I will carry the torch. But I'm so pumped, Mom, that we get to do this every week, man. We are just very, very fortunate.
Yeah, it's been a fun year. Time flies when you're having fun.
Yes.
Thanks to Ace and Zim for believing in us and giving us this opportunity. And
absolutely,
I was watching some of the first episodes, and we have come a long way, and we still got a ways to go, but it's a lot of fun. I want to thank my family, my wife especially, for putting up with this Bengal obsession. It's not easy.
I really think both of our wives need to get medals for putting up with you and I. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to our fans. I spent a lot of time in the chat room, and they really interact with us. And we want to thank all of you, especially the guys that do that have sent in super chats. I apologize for not acknowledging you guys, but we appreciate you so much. And the feedback we get on the message board and during the premiere of our show, it's humbling, and we really appreciate you guys. And I hope you keep on listening. And I look forward to doing this a long time. And Jake, it's a lot of fun, man. It's fun to do this with you.
Well, we just have incredible fans. I mean, incredible fans, incredible listeners. That's my favorite part about all of this is just all the connections and everything that we have made with all these other incredible Bengal fans. It's just awesome. I love our listeners. And like Mon said, thank you guys so much for everything, for tuning in every week, for being involved in the comments, and especially for the super chats. We thank you guys so much. It is very humbling for sure. And for our 1 year anniversary, of course, we are doing a mock draft, our last mock draft, because this weekend, Mon, Christmas cometh early. That's right. The NFL draft Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. The Wincinnati. I'm a big announcement that I'm going to talk about at the end of the show. We are going to be doing a awesome Wincinnati family podcast draft party. It's going to be so awesome on Thursday. I'll give you guys all the details when we get there. Before we get to the mock, Mom, let's talk about a little bit of Bengal news. Our guy, the man with the plan, our GM, Duke Tobin, took the mic this week and very Duke Tobin-esque, absolutely said nothing that we could use. The guy is he is a pro. He is a pro at talking for 40 minutes and not saying anything that you could take out of it for what the Bengals direction. I obviously talked a little bit about best player available, but I think the big questions were obviously the Joe Burrow, T. Higgins stuff. They talked a little bit about Jonah Williams. and he said right now Jonah is a Cincinnati Bengal. So really, again, nothing to report from there, unless you got something out of it, Mon. I don't know. I didn't.
No, it was just a bunch of generalities. Just he did a lot of talking, but obviously he's not gonna drop any
No.
major bombs at a
No.
press conference like that. And
No.
and you know what? We have we picked 20 at number 28 in the draft. They don't know how the draft is going to unfold. There could be a player that they didn't even expect to be there that pops up at 28. So he doesn't know, and if he did know, he wouldn't share it anyway. But it's
No.
it's good to see the press conference because we know the draft is right around the corner, and I can't wait. A couple days away.
Absolutely, absolutely. Real quick, too, Mon, for all of our listeners that are Jersey people, and what I mean by that is people that love to go out and buy Bengal jerseys. The free agents that have come in have all picked their number, so I'm going to go through that real quick. Cody Ford is now number 61. Irv Smith Jr., who was on our guys Ace and Zim's podcast this past week. If you have not checked out that show, you have got to check out Irv Smith on Ace and Zim's show. It was absolutely awesome. Irv Smith, number 81. Terrell Basham, edge rusher, number 52. Nick Scott, safety, changes from 33 to 27. Our guy Orlando Brown, the number 1 glass eater, number 75, and Sidney Jones, Mon. Going to be very interesting looking at number 24 on somebody else and not on our guy Von Bell. Another Jones for the Cincinnati Bengals, not Adam Pac-Man, but Sidney Jones, number 24. So that was released this past week as well. Besides that, Mon, it's draft time, baby. I mean, it is draft time. It is draft week, and I'm gonna let you. We're gonna do it a little bit differently with the draft tonight. So why don't you go ahead and explain real quick how we are going to do this mock draft, and hopefully we do not screw this thing up because there's a lot of things going on. Mon is very stressed about it, so let's make sure that we give Mon all the love because this guy is. Mon Kuiper, listeners, is running this whole mock draft tonight by himself. I just get to sit here and just pick on him, make fun, and pick my players. So he is very stressed. Mon, let us know how this mock draft is going to go tonight.
Thank you, Jake. It's going to be a lot like last week. Pro Football Focus, we're going to use their mock simulator again. It's the easiest one. We toyed around with some other ones, but we always come back to Pro Football Focus. I have 2 devices that are going to be running simulations. One device will be for me, and one's going to be for Jake. All right, and then what's going to happen? We could trade. We could just stay with our standard picks. At the end, we're going to get a grade, and we'll share. We'll share all that information. But we're both going to make our picks for that round. And then at the completion of that round, we're going to discuss our picks and then move on to the next round. So I'm ready to go, Jake. I have both simulators ready to roll. Okay.
Well, let's.
Who's going to be the first? Are you going to make the first round pick? Are you going to start the first round?
Yeah. I'll start first. I'll go first. Again, listeners, please do this with us. Get out a pen and paper. Make your picks. Put it in the comment section. Let us know who you pick. If there's a trade, go along with it and let us know what you're going to do with that trade. We want to know what you guys are picking, and we want to know what you guys think of our draft. Again, we're both getting grades, Mon. So now it's. I got an A last week. I got a solid A. I feel very good about tonight. I feel very good.
One change from last week. I will not go back and talk about the 5 previous picks.
Okay.
When the Bengals are on the board, I'm going to review the 5 or 6 picks, best players, according to Pro Football Focus's big board. Okay? You good with that, Jake? All right, let's do this. I'm firing up your draft right now, okay?
Ooh, man.
And
here we go.
Here we go. Okay, the Bengals are on the board. All right.
Okay.
The top 6 remaining players.
Okay.
Anton Harrison, tackle, Oklahoma. He's ranked 24 on the big board.
Okay.
Quentin Johnston, TCU wide receiver, ranked 25 on the big board.
Okay.
Will McDonald, edge rusher, Iowa State, ranked 29 on the big board.
Okay.
Osiris Torrance, guard from Florida, ranked 30 on the big board.
Okay.
Big guy Dwad Jones, tackle, Ohio State, ranked 31. Felix and Dookie Uzama, ranked 32. I'll give you a couple more. Jamar Gibbs, running back, ranked 34. And John Michael Schmitz, center, ranked 35.
Mon, I am going to test your skills right off the bat, baby, because I'm going to trade. I am going to trade out of this pick. I'm going to trade down. I'm going to trade down.
Well, you can attempt to trade down.
Okay, I'll try it.
Okay, you have 3 options.
Okay.
The simulator has given you 3 options to trade.
Okay.
Indianapolis Colts have the 35th pick.
Okay.
Carolina Panthers have the 39th pick. Minnesota Vikings have the 87th. Who do you choose to negotiate with?
I'm going to choose the Indianapolis Colts.
Okay. The Colts have the 35th pick. They obviously want the Bengals 28th.
Okay.
All right. So you're going to, obviously, do you want the 35th pick?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. They also have the 79th pick. They have pick 106 and pick 138. What would you like from them to get this trade going?
I'm gonna take that second round pick.
Pick 79?
Pick 79, yeah.
Okay. The simulator gives you a 53% chance of it succeeding. Do you want to proceed or do you want to ask for more?
I'll proceed.
You don't want to ask for more. Your trade gets graded.
Oh, it does get graded. Wow,
Yes.
This is crazy. All right, so give me the other 2 picks, 79, 106.
106, 138.
I'll do 79 and I'll do 138. I think that's realistic.
Okay. 32% chance of being successful. Let's see if the trade works. The trade was declined.
Ah, come on.
So
right.
What do you want removed?
Take that other that 139 off.
Okay.
Or 138, yeah. Take that off and give me my other second round pick that I wanted originally.
35 and 79, right?
Yes, 35 and 79.
Let's see, and the trade was successful. Okay,
yes.
Resume the draft. You no longer pick. You no longer pick at 28.
Okay. All right.
And you're on the clock now. The top remaining players are Felix Uzama, Jahmyr Gibbs, John Michael Schmitz, Mozzie Smith, Darrell Washington, Josh Downs, wide receiver. Who do you want?
I want Jamari Gibbs. I was taking Jamari Gibbs at 20.
Jamari Gibbs.
Yes.
Jamari. Okay. Your pick has been made. Okay. No talking. My go.
Okay.
No talking. That's your rules. You said before the show. That's your rules. Okay.
You knew I was about to talk. Go ahead.
All right. And the draft has started. Okay. Here's my top picks. Jordan Addison is available. He's number 23 on the big board. Will McDonald, 29 on the big board, according to my simulator here.
Okay.
Osiris Torrance is ranked 30th on the big board. You notice that the simulator is a little wacky. They've changed some rankings here.
Yeah.
Dwad Jones is 31. Felix Nduke Azama is ranked 31 on the big board. He's next. He's ranked 32. I apologize, guys. Zay Flowers is ranked 33. Jamar Gibbs is ranked 34. John Michael Schmitz, 35. Mozzie Smith, we've heard these names just a few seconds ago, is ranked 36. You know what? I'm not happy with any of these picks. I'm going to try to trade. Okay?
All right.
I have 6 options. I have 6 options, fans.
6?
I'm going to read them off. I do.
How'd you get 6? What the hell?
Because it's my tablet. Okay. No, I have Philadelphia. I have Pittsburgh. I have the Colts, Seahawks. I will never trade with the Steelers. I will never trade with the Chiefs.
Don't
any of
ever
those
trade
guys.
with this. No.
Okay, so I'm going to try to trade with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay.
Okay, now they have the 30th pick, and I have the 28th, obviously.
Okay.
So they want my pick. They want to move up 2 spots. I love this because guess what? I get to stay in the first round, Jake, if I can complete this trade, and I get the 5th-year option. That's huge. That's
That is
huge
huge.
because if you trade out, you lose that 5th-year option.
That
Okay,
is true.
they
That's
have
huge.
pick 62 and they have pick 94. The drop back 2 spots, I'm going to go 94. I have a 59% chance of it succeeding. And you know what? I'm going to get a little crazy here. I'm
Okay.
going to try to get a 5th-round pick next year. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
All right, and 48% chance of succeeding. And it was declined. Son of a gun. Okay, let's try this one more time without the 5th-round pick in 2024.
Yes.
And it worked.
Ah.
It
So
worked.
you're getting a first round pick?
No, I'm not. I'm getting the number 30. I drop back 2 spots,
Okay.
and I get pick 96 in the draft.
Yeah, that's what I
this
mean.
year.
You get a first round pick.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I do. I still get it. And now here's my draft. I'm resuming. Who's still on the board? Adamson, McDonald, Osiris Torrance, Felix and Duque, Uzama. I am picking my draft crush, somebody that the number 1 player that I've just fallen in love with, and it's
I know who
Mozzie
that
Smith,
is. Yes.
defensive lineman from Michigan. That is my guy.
Okay.
Selection made. Okay, you're up. Okay, pick.
Well, hang on. Can I not talk about Jamari Gibbs?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I apologize.
I
Go
mean,
ahead.
come on. I know it's your tablet, but Jesus, let me at least talk about my guy.
Okay,
Listen,
let me talk about Smith real quick. Because
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, listen, Mozzie Smith, the reason I'm high on him, DJ Reader's in the last year of his contract. To me, DJ Reader is the glue to the Cincinnati Bengal defense. He's the Joe Burrow to our defense. He is so important. If something catastrophic happened to him, I think it would be a horrible for the Bengals season. We can't, he's that important. He's in the last year of his contract. I don't know if the Bengals are going to be able to afford and give him the quality contract that he'll want. Mozzie Smith, his comps in all the publications, online, print, is DJ Reader. He's very athletic. He's a big guy, about 330 pounds. And listen, he's just not somebody that's going to, swallow up, defend guards, free up the linebackers. He's athletic enough to penetrate and put some pressure on the quarterback and make plays in the backfield. He'll give you some tackles for losses. This guy's a super athlete. He's going to be a really, really good pro. I want the Bengals to draft him.
Okay. All right. Listen, you got me sold. You got me sold. We've talked about that plenty of times on the show that we need some kind of pass rush from the interior of that defensive line. My guy, Jamari Gibbs, I was going to take him at 28. Mon, I am absolutely falling in love with this guy. I really am. I mean, again, I'm a big fan of Robinson, the running back from Texas. I just think right now with this running back room, and there's a lot of question marks in it, Jamari Gibbs comes in. He is so dynamic with the football, Mon. He does everything the Bengals want. He runs hard between the tackles. He catches the ball out of the backfield. This guy, Mon, he touched it almost 200 times last year. 450 yards receiving, almost 1,000 yards rushing. This guy he comes in right away, Mon, and will make a difference to this Bengals already dominant offense. I have just given us an incredible weapon and possibly Joe Mixon's future, hopefully, replacement. But my guy, Jamari Gibbs, I'm excited about it. All right, here we go.
Let me say something real quick.
Yeah,
the
go ahead.
Bengals they've never had a running back like him, and it would
they
be
have
very
not.
interesting to see how he would be in this offense. But good pick. Go for it. Okay, we're next to the second round. I'm going to go first, correct?
You are going to go first. Now I have
2 second-round picks.
Right. Yeah, here we go.
You have 2 second-round picks, so you'll make 2 selections this round. I have 2 third-round picks. So this is my second-round pick, all right? The best remaining players right now in the second round at pick 60 for me. Antonio Johnson, safety, Texas A&M. Luke Whippler, Ohio State. Yeah. Center from Ohio State. Deion Henley, linebacker from Washington State. Cedric Tillman, wide receiver from Tennessee. I like watching him play. Clark Phillips, cornerback from Utah. I really like this guy. Devin Achi, really good running back from Texas A&M. Nick Herbig, edge rusher from Wisconsin. And Matthew Bergeron, tackle from Syracuse. All right, guys, I'm going to go. You know what? I've been preaching this over and over about the lack of depth at the cornerback position. The one problem here, Clark Phillips to me is only a slot guy. I'm going to pass on him. I'm going to go halfback Devin Achi from Texas A&M. That's my pick.
Wow. Okay. Wow, that was a curveball you just threw me. All right, here we go. It's my turn now, right?
Yes, it is.
All right. And we'll come back and you can talk about your guy. All right, here we go. Let me know what I got here.
Okay. You have Tyreek Stevens, cornerback, Miami.
Okay.
Nathan Dell, wide receiver, Houston. DJ Turner, cornerback, Michigan. Zach Charbonnet, halfback, UCLA. Antonio Johnson, safety, Texas A&M. Luke Weipler, center, Ohio State. And Cedric Tillman, wide receiver, Tennessee. Clark Phillips, cornerback, Utah. Devin Achi, somebody we just heard. Texas A&M, running back. Who do you want?
Oh man. Can you start at the beginning one more time? Just those first
Tyreek
two.
Stevenson, cornerback, Miami, ranked 44 on the big board. Nathan Dell, 45 on the big board. Wide receiver. And DJ Turner, cornerback, 46 on the big board.
Give me Tyreek Stevenson.
Tyreek Stevenson is your pick. Okay, Jake, you're on the clock again. Let me read the remaining players to you. You got that written down?
Yep.
Okay. Tank Dell, wide receiver, Houston.
I'm going to stop you. I'm going to stop you.
Okay.
Give me Tank Dell.
Tank Dell is it. That's your guy. All right. That's the end of the second round.
All right. Let me just real quick talk about my guys.
Sure.
Again, you and I have talked about how thin this defensive backfield is. The back end of this Bengals defense, losing Jesse Bates, losing Von Bell, obviously Cheeto coming off of injury, no more Eli Apple. So Mike Hilton and Cheeto both on 1-year deals left on their contract. To me, the Bengals have got to go out somewhere in this draft and find a playmaker on the back end of the defense. So Tyreek Stevenson, I like this guy. He is extremely athletic. He's very fast. He's what the Bengals want, that speed in the back end of the defense. And my guy, Tank Dell, I drafted him last week in the 3rd round. I drafted him now because I want to make sure that he is a Cincinnati Bengal, because this guy, Mon, again, is a dynamic weapon. I have added 2 dynamic players in Gibbs and Dell. Dell is a guy that can play special teams. He can be a punt returner. He can be a kick returner. And he could be the eventual replacement for TB. I hope not, but he could be. So not only have I added 2 dynamic players that can play right now on this offense, I've added 2 guys that could possibly be future replacements. So I'm very happy with getting Tank Dell. I almost took him with that first pick. I'm glad I didn't, because he still fell to me, and I got Stevenson too. So I'm very excited.
All right, good deal. I'm very happy with my running back. Obviously, you mentioned it earlier when you picked Gibbs. The Bengals are going to need a player to team up with Joe Mixon. Hopefully, it's going to be running back by committee. Travion Williams is going to play. Achi's a home run threat from Texas A&M. Lots of talent. He's rising up the draft boards. And for me to get him in the 2nd round, Jake, I'm not crazy about running backs early in the draft, but the Bengals have always had a lot of success with 2nd round running backs.
Yes,
Corey
they have.
Dillon, just you name it. Jeremy Hill was successful early in his career. I know, that makes people, but Jeremy Hill was successful early in his career. Obviously, Corey Dillon. Not Corey Dillon, Joe Mixon. So getting him in the 2nd round, I think, is value. And I think he makes the Cincinnati Bengals a better team. And I'm ready for the 3rd round.
All right. Here we go.
Okay, is it your draft first, or is it? Yeah, because I went first, so it's going to be you. Okay, Jake, you ready? You're on the
I am
clock.
ready.
Okay, hold on here. Let me make sure I did this right. I did select your pick. Okay, make sure here where we at. Yeah, we are. We're at pick 92, correct? Third
That
round.
sounds right. Yeah,
Third
92.
round.
Yep.
Okay. Top remaining players on the board for you. Travion Hodges Tomlinson, cornerback TCU. Corey Trice, cornerback Purdue. Kobe Turner, defensive lineman from Wake Forest. Michael Wilson, wide receiver from Stanford. Tanner McKee, quarterback from Stanford, his teammate. Jordan Battle, safety from Alabama. Taiji Spears, a speedback from Tulane. Anthony Johnson Jr., safety, Iowa.
Oh man! Oh man! Oh man!
I didn't. I didn't really give you the PFF ranking for all of them. Just real quick, Hodges was 69 on the big board,
Mhm.
Trice 77, Turner 79, Wilson 80, McKee 81, Battle 82, Spears 84, Anthony Johnson Jr. 90 on the big board, and we're at pick 92.
Oh man. Man, this is a tough one, Mom. I I am going to go and I'm going to fill this safety need. Wait, before I do, give me the top ranked offensive tackle still available.
You want the top ranked offensive tackle on the
Yes,
board? Okay,
yes.
it's going to be at number 108, Blake Freeland from BYU is the highest rated tackle. And then Wayne Morris is 115. He's right behind him. Those are the two highest rated offensive tackles on the draft board.
I'm glad I asked you, Mon. I'm glad I asked you that question because give me Blake Freeland from BYU.
Blake Freeland is coming up, and that's who you want, correct?
Yep.
You have selected Blake Freeland. Okay, now my go. I have two picks in this round. Okay, pick
Okay.
92 and 94.
Okay.
Right now, the top of the board is Kobe Turner, defensive lineman Wake Forest, Tanner McKee, quarterback Stanford, Anthony Johnson Jr., safety Iowa State, Luke Schoonmaker, tight end Michigan, Moro Ojomo, defensive lineman from Texas A&M, Isaiah McGuire, edge rusher, A.T. Perry, wide receiver from Wake Forest, Dwayne McBride, halfback from UAB. All right, I'm going to make my pick right here. And I need to go back here. I'm going to go ahead and pick Anthony Johnson Jr. from Iowa State. That's my pick at 92, and I'm going to be on the
Okay.
board immediately. Okay, I'm looking for offensive linemen also. I'm going to go see on my board. So I have Anthony Johnson. Okay. So,
Which, by the way, Anthony Johnson, a guy I drafted last week, correct?
yes, it is.
I
I'm
like
going
that
to
pick.
pick. He wasn't available on your board, but he's available on mine. A player named Tyler Steen, tackle from Alabama, ranked 107 on the big board. That's my pick at 94.
Okay.
Okay, so let's talk about these guys.
Go
All
ahead.
right, Anthony Johnson Jr. You did pick him last week.
Yes.
Iowa State, former cornerback that they switched to safety, very athletic. He obviously can play corner if needed. One of the top safeties in this draft. It's not a deep safety class, but to get him in the third round is very good value. And we need quality depth in the defensive backfield. We have talked about that. We have a lot of good starting players, but the depth behind them is a little suspect right now. And this is going to help. It's going to help, especially on special teams. Tyler Steen from Alabama, tackle, big guy, about 325 pounds, 330 pounds. He's, I think the Bengals are phasing away from the 305, 310 pound tackles. They want to get the bigger guys off. Obviously, Orlando Brown at 360. He's going to be in the mix at right tackle. There's a lot of bodies there. Third round pick. You expect third round picks to produce. Obviously, they're going to make the team. Watch his development. He could be our right tackle of the future in the next couple years. I'm happy we picked him. We needed him.
Well, that's great, and you can have those big offensive tackles, but give me my guy, Blake Freeland, who is an athletic freak, man. 6'8", over 300 pounds. Man, he vertical jumped 37 inches at 6'8", 300 pounds. It's the highest ever by an offensive lineman. His broad jump was 10 feet, man. 10 feet. This guy runs a 4.940 at 6'8", 300 pounds. He is a steal. I got him as a steal, and he is going to be a future starter for our Cincinnati Bengals. He is the perfect pick right here. I love this guy. He was a captain, and you know how much our coaching staff loves captains. Blake Freeland, my guy. I'm very excited about this draft, Mon. I have started to build this new young nucleus around our future Hall of Fame quarterback. So I'm very excited, Mon.
I'm glad you're excited about the oversized tight end. Good job. Um, Listen, he's a good player. He is rising. I agree with you. He's really rising. He has put on a little bit of weight. He was 290, I think, at his pro day, but the
Yes.
guy is a freak athletically. And hey, I picked the guy that was ranked a little bit ahead of him, and
I didn't
I
have
would be
that guy,
happy for
Mon.
you.
I didn't
I
have
know
that
you
guy,
did.
Mon.
I know you
Because
did.
it's your tablet.
Hey, Best Buy, they're on sale. Okay. All right, you're up, Jake. Right now,
Okay.
pick 131.
Okay.
Kobe Turner is still available. Anthony Johnson Jr. is available. KJ Henry.
I'm gonna stop you. I'm
Okay.
gonna stop you. Give me Anthony Johnson Jr. I can't believe he's still available. Yeah, give me Anthony Johnson. I'm gonna make this very, very easy. My guy who I drafted last week, and you copied me this week and took him, safety from Iowa State. I absolutely love this guy. And again, now I have brought in these two young athletic DBs that can play on the back end of this defense. And I have now solidified this group. And I'm excited. Anthony Johnson Jr., I can't believe he's still there.
All right, good for you. I selected him.
Good
He's
for
there.
you.
Okay, he's there. All right, now it's my turn. Top players available are Deuce Vaughn, halfback, Kansas State. He's about 5'5". I don't want him. Eli Ricks, cornerback from Alabama. Marty Mapu, safety from Sacramento State. Andrew Voorhees, guard from USC, tore his ACL at the combine. This guy was like a second round pick, potential first round pick. Brandon Daniels, tackle from Utah. Catrell Clark, cornerback from Louisville. Israel Ababakanda, very good running back. Okay, I'm going to pick. I did pick a safety in the last round. I'm really intrigued by Voorhees, the guard. I think he's a big time steal, but I'm going to go Eli Ricks, cornerback from Alabama, as my pick. That's who I selected, Eli Ricks.
Okay.
Is it my turn to talk first or yours?
No, I mean, you already talked about Anthony Johnson Jr. I just talked about him, so
Okay.
I think our listeners know you and I both love this guy. Again, like I said, he is going to solidify the back end of this defense, and maybe not this year, but in future years to come, he is the future. So go ahead, you tell me about your guy.
Well, I'm happy to get him. We need bodies back there. We need to develop depth. Cheeto's in the last year of his contract. Hilton has another year. I believe he has 2 years. Taylor Britt, great rookie year. He's still developing as a player. Dax Hill's in the first year as a starter, a safety. It's good. We have Alan George, who has a lot of potential. This is another player, played major college football in the SEC at Alabama, playing against the best competition. He's a Cincinnati Bengal. Love the pick. And I think it's quality depth piece, and I think he's going to develop into a good pro. All right, Jake, let's rock and roll, bud. My turn.
Okay.
We are at pick 163.
Okay.
Correct?
Yes.
These are the best people on the board for me. Keaton Mitchell, halfback, East Carolina. John Gaines, guard, UCLA. Jalen Moreno Cropper, Wide receiver, Fresno State. Rajon Wright, cornerback, Oregon State. Gerald Clark, defensive line, Coastal Carolina. Mike Morris, edge rusher from Michigan. Jason Taylor, safety from Oklahoma State. All right, I'm going to make this really easy. I said this. You've said this. All of our fans know. I'm going to say it again. They're probably like, Mon, quit saying this. Wide receiver depth is huge, is a big need for this team. What happened to Tyler Boyd in that AFC Championship game cost us another Super Bowl trip. His injury killed us in that game. The drop-off from the big three is pretty significant. I like, some of our guys, but listen, they couldn't get open in that game. I'm going to pick Cropper from Fresno State. He's dynamic, and I think it's a needed. And I'm talking about him. I'm just picking him. We'll talk about it more later. All right.
Okay.
Cropper is my pick. Go ahead.
Okay. My turn.
Yes, sir. Your players. Deuce Vaughn, halfback, Kansas State. Villamali Fehoko, edge rusher, San Jose State. Halfback, Sean Tucker from Syracuse. Safety, Ronnie Hickman from Ohio State. Keaton Mitchell, halfback from East Carolina. Quarterback, Dorian Thompson-Robinson from UCLA. John Gaines, guard from UCLA. Who do you want? Or
Are there any
position? Go ahead.
Are there any tight ends left?
I'm scrolling down here. Okay, we are at pick 163 right now, okay? Mm-hmm. So I'm going to look up tight ends for you, Jake. Payne Durham is ranked 174 on the big board. He's a tight end from Purdue. Josh Wiley, tight end from the Bearcats, is ranked 200 on the big board. Will Mallory is ranked 222 on the big board. Those are the three top tight ends according to Pro Football Focus. We're at pick 163.
Oh, man. This is a tough one. Again, we're in the fifth round. We're in the fifth round right now. So obviously, it's really hard to know what you're getting, right? I mean, you are throwing darts at a dartboard. I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I think I'm not sure how the reaction I'm going to get from our listeners, but I'm going to go out and I'm going to get Joe Burrow, his backup quarterback right now, and I am going to go out and pick Dorian Thompson-Robinson, quarterback from UCLA. I watched this guy quite a bit this year. He is a tough competitor and carried that UCLA team. I wanted a tight end, but I'm not going to reach for a tight end. But I am going to go out and I'm going to solidify the backup quarterback position on this football team because right now it's Joe Burrow and Jake the Snake, and that is the end of the list. So give me Dorian Thompson-Robinson, quarterback from UCLA.
And he is yours.
All right.
Okay, so I talked a little bit about my pick. We needed a wide receiver. I'm happy with it. He played at a college. I threw the ball a lot. Cropper is a little thin. He's fast though, and maybe give some special team snaps. And I'm happy with the pick. All right, now we're on to if you want to keep on talking a little bit more about your guy, go ahead.
Well, I just this is a guy that was a semifinalist for the Davey O'Brien quarterback award. I mean, this is not some kind of a slack quarterback. This is a guy, like I said, who is very athletic, who is very dynamic with the football in his hands. He can throw the ball. The ball comes out well out of his hands. He spins it well. He is the total package. And I think he is a great fit for our offense. And he's going to learn from the best quarterback in the NFL. So that's my guy.
Good deal. Excellent, man. All right, sixth round. And your pick, Jake. You go first.
Okay.
All right, best remaining players on the board for you, bud. You got Jalen Moreno Cropper, Gerald Clark, defensive lineman, Coastal Carolina, ranked. He's a 166 on the big board. Cropper's 157. Jason Taylor, safety, Oklahoma State's 168. Quarterback Clayton Tune is ranked 176 on the big board.
Mhm.
Florida safety Terry Dean is ranked 177. Lonnie Phelps, edge rusher from Kansas, 178. Grant Dubose, wide receiver, Charlotte, 179.
All right. What tight ends do we have left?
Pull this up for you here.
Okay.
Marshall Ford, tight end, Louisville, 272. Leonard Taylor, 291. Brandon Willis, 299.
No, I'm not reaching for those guys. Give me the first two top guys again.
Jalen Moreno Cropper and Jared Clark, defensive lineman, Coastal Carolina.
Give me Clark. Give me that defensive lineman from Coastal Carolina. We tend to like those Coastal Carolina guys. So give me Gerald Clark, the D lineman from Coastal Carolina.
You got him. All right. My pick. At pick 206, my top remaining players: Jonah Tavai, defensive lineman, San Diego State; DeMarcus Helms, safety, Alabama. Tavai was 187 on the big board. Helms is Helmus is his name, is 191. Levi Bell, defensive lineman, Texas State, is 198. Jacob Slade, defensive lineman, is 205. Safety Rashad Torrance II is 207 on the big board, and Raheem Jarrett, wide receiver from Maryland, is 208. All right, I'm going to go. I already went defensive tackle with the first round pick to solidify the interior of that line. I'm going to go Jonah Tavai, defensive line. I think he can play both spots. He's going to be my pick from San Diego State, reinforce the trenches. That's my pick.
All right. Well, again, my guy Jerry Clark from Coastal Carolina. He's 6'4", 334 pounds. This guy is a beast. Hopefully, I think he had 3.5, 4 sacks, something like that this year. But maybe this is our guy that can get that pressure from the interior, but not just that. Play those gaps and shut those down for the run fits. I like this pick. I mean, again, if this is a guy that doesn't stick, he's my 6th round pick. I'm perfectly okay with it. He could end up being a steal, but this guy, he played well and in the Shrine Bowl, and there was a lot of talk around him. So I'm good with this pick. I like Jerry Clark.
Yeah, I'm happy with Tavai. We've mentioned that the Bengals have a lot of money invested in the defensive line. There's going to be some turnover there over the next few years. And hopefully somebody like Tavai can develop and eventually get some quality snaps there. I keep on thinking of a 7th round pick, Jonathan Fanene, years ago. He developed into a very good player. If Tavai could turn into somebody like that, that would be great. Good depth piece, good value in the 6th round. All right, Jake, it's my go. All right. Okay. And this is the last pick of the draft. Okay. Tywin Mullen is the cornerback. He's ranked 218. Bengals are at 246, by the way. 218 on the big board. Tywin Mullen. Trevor Reed, tackle, Louisville, 233. Cameron Brown, cornerback, Ohio State's 234. Aubrey Miller, Jr., linebacker, Jackson State, 238. Muhammad Ibrahim, halfback, Minnesota's 239. And Caton Thompson, wide receiver, Virginia, is at 240. So who am I going to pick? Okay, you know what? Yeah, I think you picked this gentleman last week, Mullen from Indiana.
Yes, I did.
I'm picking him. He's the highest rated player. It's like a lottery ticket. Trying to get some value here. Maybe come in and be a good special teams player. Tywin Mullen, cornerback, is my 7th round pick.
I love the pick. I like the guy. I love that pick for you.
And I hate my grades. I already saw them. Daggone it. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Continue.
Well, you got to tell me.
I'm sorry. Grant DuBose, wide receiver, Charlotte. Jonah Tavai, defensive lineman, San Diego State. Ochon Mathis, edge, Nebraska. Levi Bell, defensive lineman, Texas State. Jacob Slade, defensive lineman, Michigan State. Scott Matlock, defensive lineman, Boise State. Travis Dye, halfback, USC. Who do you want?
Oh, I do not want to pick punter. Zim, just to let you guys know, Zim hit us up in our text chat this week. I can't believe neither one of you picked a punter last week. So I promised him I would pick a punter, but I know that if I pick a punter, I have a chance of losing to you. So I'm in a very tough spot here, Zim. Very tough spot. Mon, tell me the top-rated punter before I make my pick. Oh, this is terrible. Tell me the top-rated punter.
Hold on 1 second. Okay. Wingate, Ethan Evan, 296. That's the highest rated punter.
And where am I picking at?
You're picking at 246.
I can't do it, Zim. I cannot risk it. I cannot risk it.
Chicken.
I cannot pick. I just can't do it. I cannot pick a punter, Zim. I'm so sorry. I love you, man, but I cannot do it. Mon, who's the best player available right now?
Grant DuBose, wide receiver, Charlotte. 179.
Give me Grant DuBose. Give him to me.
Okay, you got him, and here's your score. It's bullshit. Bull crap. There's a glitch. There's a glitch in the game. There's a glitch.
I love it. I love it. All right. Let's hear the
Okay.
grades.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so excited. Let's hear the grades.
All right. Well, here we go. Hey, you ready?
Are you doing mine first?
Yeah, I'll do yours first. Okay,
Okay,
listen, we'll go by round. We'll go by round, okay?
Okay.
Jake, Jamari Gibbs got a C+.
Wow.
Right? Mozzie Smith, my pick, got a B+.
Okay.
Your trade, you traded pick 28 for pick 35 and pick 79. You got a B for it. My trade got a B also. I traded 28 to the Eagles for pick 30 and pick 94. They gave us both Bs. Your second round pick, cornerback Tyreek Stevens. Wow, got an A. Good job.
Of course he did.
Devin Achi got a C-. That hurts me a little bit. Maybe a little bit of a reach there, but it is what it is. Tank Dell, your wide receiver, got an A-. Anthony Johnson Jr., pick 92, got a D. Got a D. That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. Okay, so you picked. Your next pick was Blake Freeland.
Right?
Blake Freeland got a C. Got a C. Tyler Steen got a B. Okay. Your next pick was Anthony Johnson Jr. A-.
Yeah, see, you got to wait around, Mon. You had to wait around.
Eli Ricks, B+. Dorian Thompson Robinson, your fifth round pick, 163, got a B.
Okay, I'll take it.
My Jalen Marino Cropper got a D+ in the fifth round. Jared Clark, your defensive lineman from Coastal Carolina, A+. Jonah Tavai got a B+ for me in the sixth round. Seventh round pick, Grant DuBose, got an A. Taiwan Mullen got an A-. My overall score is a B. Your overall score is an A-. Congratulations. And we have graphics. We have graphics.
Wait. You guys show it right there. Look at those graphics. Look at those graphics. An A-. Mon, that is 2 weeks in a row. That is more A's than I've ever gotten. Lock at those graphics. Mon,
there's a glitch. A's. There's a glitch here, man. Something was wrong with mine.
And I'll take it. An A, an A-. And I'll tell you, all joking aside, I'm very happy with this draft. I mean, moving down sometimes can be scary because you don't know if your guy's going to be there. And I know Jamari Gibbs got a C+, but I am very happy with that pick. And I'll be very happy if the Bengals take Jamari Gibbs as well. So I put a running back, 2 dynamic wide receivers, an offensive tackle of the future, and a backup quarterback. I have literally set this offense up to be even more explosive than it was the last 2 years. My D tackle, and my 2 DBs, again, solidified those positions. The only thing that I'm bummed about is I did not get one of those tight ends to fall to me. So I'm a little bummed about that. But overall, I am very happy with this draft. My first call is going to be to the number one punter uh, who is left in free agency. Zim, I promise that is my first call. I'm calling the punter, the number one punter, and I'm also calling the number one tight end that's still available because I still need to fix that issue as well.
Yeah, I'm happy with mine. It definitely addressed some major needs. 2 defensive linemen I'm happy about. Need to reinforce those trenches, and an offensive tackle. So we picked 3 picks on the trenches. Never go wrong with that. 3 defensive backs. 3 defensive backs. You can never have enough defensive backs. Wide receiver, running back, offensive tackle. We did not forget about the offense, but Jake, we talk about this. They talk about it on Spaces. Everybody's really talking. Our offense is the salary cap is going to go to them. Our defense is going to be young the next few years. We have got to commit our draft capital to quality defensive players, and I think I did that in my draft. Disregard the score. My score is a solid A. All right, disregard the score.
No. We're not disregarding any score, Mon. That is a W for Jake Owens. I'm very excited about that W too. I have taken down the giraffe guru, Mon Kuiper. I'm very excited about that. Real quick,
Jake, let me ask you a quick question, Jake. I told you about my draft crush. I have Mozzie Smith. Who is your draft crush right now?
Oh man, that's a great question, Mon. Man, that's a good question. I have a couple. I absolutely love Rob.
Give me one.
Oh God, I can't give you one. I cannot give you one.
Go ahead.
Let me say this. I don't think Robinson is going to be there at 28. He is flying up the draft board right now. I just don't see it happening. So give me Kincaid or Mayer, either one of those 2 tight ends, and I will be very excited about that. I'll tell you, it's very hard to have a draft crush at 28, Mon. That's a very hard thing to do because, I mean, drafting at 28, there's so much that can happen above you. I just don't want to fall in love with a player and get my heart broken. But like I said, Robinson, Mayer, Kincaid, I think the Bengals have got to go out with this first pick and find a guy that is going to make an impact right now. That is what you have to do when you have a Super Bowl caliber roster. You've got to go out and find a guy that can make that impact right now. I'll tell you, a sneaky pick for me is Emmanuel Forbes. I love Emmanuel Forbes. I think he's very dynamic on the defensive side of the ball in that back end. So I wouldn't be unhappy with him either. So I guess I have like 5 or 6 crushes. I think no matter who we get at 28, even if we stay at 28, I think we are going to get a very talented football player that is going to be able to make an impact right away on this Bengals roster.
I hear every one of those players, you can justify them if they come to 28. Mozzie Smith will be there at 28. He's going to be available. He's a classic. Let's drop back 3 or 4 spots, pick up some more draft capital. Listen, the guy's going to be a special NFL player. He's going to be a special. Just trust me on this. If he's not, I'll come back and say I was wrong, but I feel very confident he's a can't miss. We'll see. We'll see in a couple days, man. We'll see in a couple days.
We'll see. Well, let's talk about what we have coming up. I am very excited about this. The Wincinnati channel, the YouTube, our YouTube Wincinnati channel is doing a draft party extravaganza. It's going to be starting at 7 p.m. Eastern. That is Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. on Thursday night. We are going to be talking Bengals. We're going to be talking football. We're going to have a ton of different guests. Ace and Zim is putting this on. I'm sure Ryan's going to be dropping by, and Eric and you and I are going to be there. The whole Wincinnati family is going to be a part of this thing. And don't be surprised if there's some other special guests, maybe some Bengal current players, maybe some alumni. It's going to be an awesome night, Thursday night. Everybody, make sure you tune in to the Wincinnati channel on YouTube Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, for the Wincinnati family draft party extravaganza. This thing is going to be awesome, Mon. I am so excited about it.
I can't wait. It's going to be a blast. Ryan's definitely going to be there because he's running the show in the background. He's going to be all over the place. Ryan is the glue for that for Cincinnati. He's the glue.
He is running the show for sure. Okay, well, that's another edition of the Bengals Pulse. Once again, guys, if you like this podcast, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. Make sure you follow us on all the make sure you follow us on all the awesome podcast platforms: Apple, Stitcher, Spotify. If you like this podcast, make sure you give Mon and I that 5-star review. We would very much appreciate it. As always, make sure you follow us on Twitter at Bengals_Pulse9, on Instagram, the same without the at, Bengals_Pulse9. And as always, make sure you check out all the awesome Wincinnati podcasts going on right now. So much content, guests everywhere. It is just awesome to be a part of the Wincinnati family. And again, tune in Thursday night, round 1 of the draft. We're going to be going all night. It's going to be a Wincinnati party. So make sure you check it out. He is Mon. I am Jake. This is the 1-year anniversary of the Bengals Pulse. Thank you guys so much for everything. We are so excited to continue to do this show. Hooday, Bengal fans. We will see you on Thursday night.
Thanks a lot, guys. See ya.